Greetings, my name is Victor Carreras and I'm here today to talk to you about my Master's in Engineering Management project, Reducing Meeting Costs in Eastern Fairlands Highway Division project delivery process. Before I dive into the details of the project, let me talk to you about my professional background. I graduated from the University of Puerto Rico in Mayagüez with a bachelor's degree in civil engineering in 2008. Ever since, I've been working for Eastern Fairlands in different capacities within the project delivery process. I worked for the construction management branch for about 4.5 years. Then I moved to the office and started working on a rotation assignment in different departments for 3 years. It involved discipline of highway design, the bridge inspection team, environmental compliance, programs, and the plan specification and estimate review teams. For the last 3 years, I've been serving as a special projects manager. For the last few years, I've been enrolled in the Master's in Engineering program, management program, in the Polytechnic University of Puerto Rico. A part of the graduation requirements is to do a final project where you use the knowledge gained through the program to solve a problem. And that is the reason why I'm here today. The reason why I picked this topic was because as a project manager, I spend a lot of time during the day in meetings. And I know that any inefficiencies in the handling and use of those meetings can result in increases in schedule and budget for the project. So this presentation will be organized in the following way. I'm going to start providing you a background information about Eastern Fairlands. Then I'm going to talk to you about the problem we're going to be tackling with the project, and then about the project itself. I'll be talking to you about the objectives, the scope, the methodology I'll be using to address the problem, and the schedule. After that, I'm going to give you the reference of the items I'm going to be discussing throughout the meeting. So, Eastern Fairlands is part of the U.S. Department of Transportation. You can see a hierarchy chart here. So you have the U.S. Department of Transportation on the top, and within the U.S. Department of Transportation, you have different federal agencies that for the different transportation modes. Some examples are the Federal Aviation Administration, the Federal Highway Administration, and the Federal Transit Authority. So the Office of Federal Lands is part of the Federal Highway Administration. But if you're familiar with the Federal Highway Administration, you're probably more familiar with the Federal Aid Program, which essentially provides funds to states for the construction, reconstruction, and improvement to roadways and bridges within the National Highway System and other eligible roads. They have offices in all 50 states, including Puerto Rico and Washington, D.C. The Office of Federal Lands Highway is a little bit different than Federal Highway Administration because we focus on providing engineering services inside federal lands to provide access to and within those federal land facilities. In the image in the screen, you can see a map of the United States. All those states in green are covered by Eastern Federal Lands. There's 33 states, including Puerto Rico, the District of Columbia, and the U.S. Virgin Islands. When you think of Eastern Federal Lands, think a little bit different from the Federal Aid Program. In the Federal Aid Program, they normally do stewardship and oversight of funds provided to the state for engineering services that the state is providing. When you talk about the Federal Lands Highway Program, you think about a small DOT that provides engineering services to federal partners or state partners if they request our assistance. So we go through the entire project delivery process like a small DOT would. That involves that we do planning, design, and construction management services for roadways and bridge projects. In the screen, you can see 2 example projects that we built. You can see on the top the Eglin Air Force Base, which I had the honor of being an assistant project engineer and building this overpass over a state highway. On the bottom, you can see Bridge 2 of the Foothills Parkway. And this bridge, due to its complexities in design and construction, won a couple of awards. So now that you know about Eastern Fairlands, let me talk to you about the problem I'll be tackling through this project. So if you're, nowadays, most of our day we're involved in meetings. If you're in middle management, about 35% of your time is probably spent in them. If you're in upper management, a whopping 50% of your time could be spent in meetings. The project delivery process has a lot of meetings. And in a process that is full of meetings, inefficiencies in their use and handling could result in delays to the project schedule and increases in cost. Every minute in a meeting is valuable. You think about it. You have multiple people getting together in a meeting, and all those people are sharing to the project or the organization they're working for. In fact, it is estimated that $37 billion are spent in unproductive meetings in the United States. And you know what the saddest part of it all is? That executives think that 60% of the meetings are failures. So that's a lot of wasted money and time. So what is the objective of this project? Well, throughout this project, I'll be identifying strategies to reduce costs associated with inefficient use of meetings and inefficient handling of them. The goal is to save a projected $20,000 a year out of Eastern Fairlands project delivery process. In the screen, you can see an organizational chart for Eastern Fairlands. At the top, you have the Fairlands headquarters. Then you have our division director, which is in charge of the different offices in Fairlands. Of particular importance are the offices that are related to the project delivery process that you can see encased in red. Obviously, you have the project delivery branch, which houses the project management, project development, bridge design, technical services, and construction management departments. In addition to the departments inside the project delivery branch, there's other departments that are part of the project delivery process, and they're housed in the business operations sides of the agency. You have your acquisition and contracts, you have your programs, and the environmental compliance department. So even though these departments are not inside the project delivery branch, they are part of the project delivery process and therefore will be included in the scope of our project. So in the screen you can see the typical process for a design bid build project. You can see it starts with preliminary engineering, which starts with a request from our partner for our assistance, goes through design, and concludes with the award of a construction contract. Then we move to the construction engineering side, where it basically deals with the administration of the construction contract and project closeout. So the scope of our project will include both the preliminary engineering and construction engineering part of the business. So now that I talked to you about the project objectives and the project scope, let me talk to you about how I'm going to be doing the project, or my methodology. I'm going to start by gathering information through document research about meetings. What are best practices? What are common problems? And what are possible solutions to those problems? In addition, I'll be gathering data within Eastern Fairlands. I'll be developing a survey, which I'll be distributing to key personnel, that will give me a sense of what they think is going wrong with meetings within Eastern Fairlands. Are they getting invited to meetings where they don't feel like they're providing any value? Maybe that could be a solution, trying to figure out which meetings which people should go to. And then I'll take all this information and I'll analyze it. And with that analysis, I'll be able to provide specific recommendations for Eastern Fairlands project delivery process in the handling of meetings. At the same time, I will have gathered data on projects and resources within Eastern Fairlands. And in combination with the recommendations, I will be able to project how many savings we could be gained from implementing those solutions. and we will take those projections and compare it with our project objective so we can see if the objective was met or not. Lastly, the project schedule that I developed for this project is on the screen. You have a Gantt chart that's showing a duration of 12 weeks for the project. The first week, we select our project topic, our objectives, and our methodology. The second week, we develop our proposal and develop this presentation explaining our project. I also started gathering information to the document research project, and I started developing the survey. Next week, I'll finalize the survey and distribute it to the different people in Eastern Faroe-Islands. Then I'll move to gaining the data from those surveys and the information and analyzing it to develop strategies. By week 6, I should be starting to draft the final report, and from that point forward, I'll complete the final report, do the poster, and develop the final presentation to complete the project within the next 11 weeks. In summary, Eastern Faroe-Islands is a federal agency that does project delivery for partners that request their assistance in the roadways and bridge sections. This project will tackle the use of meetings through the project delivery process, and we'll see what strategies can be developed to improve the process and reduce costs associated with it. We'll do this by gathering data, doing document research, performing an analysis, and developing those recommendations, and finalizing with the projections. We'll be completing this project within the next 11 weeks. So in the screen, you can see the references of where I got the information I provided you for this presentation. I used the U.S. Department of Transportation's website, the Office of Faroe-Islands Highway website, and the MUPS website. So I hope you enjoyed this presentation and have a nice day.